Yeah, definitely. It's not a black and white version in which, heroic soldiers fight the cold-blooded terrorist monsters. That would surely not have interested us. So I was attracted by the perspectives on that event and on that operation. So all these different voices are heard, and that is necessary in a conflict which is as complex as this one. And also the interest of José in finding the human beings behind the facade of a terrorist, to understand their motivations, to understand what drives them. And we were asked before about empathy, so you don't necessarily have to feel empathy, but you understand what drives these persons.
You have to know what is driving someone, and you have to believe in their cause, or as them, you have to believe in their cause. Otherwise, it's not as interesting to play, and you don't own it. You don't own the belief. You have to. It's more than just lines. It's the energy behind the line that will make you believe or not believe, and the audience believe or not believe. I always think it's interesting to play with an audience's expectation. So in the case of Brigitte and Böse, there's, you won't admire what they do, but if at any point you feel something for them, then that's quite interesting along the way. You probably won't give a damn in the end what happens to them, but if at any point we make you feel something, then that's complicated for an audience. It's challenging. Mm-hmm. He's provocative.
I lie, he's provocative. And he is a Duracell rabbit. He never sits down. And I remember the shoot to be like a guerrilla style, very South American. Is unpredictable. And that's what made it so refreshing. So you had the page and you had, roughly the schedule for the day, but then different things happened.
Yeah, and he's always going to make something that might offend somebody, might please somebody else, and I think that's what's exciting. The people are going to have very different, strong reactions to this film depending on where they come from. And José is he kind of gets in and likes all his characters. It's not that this character is representing the hero and this is representing the bad guy. He's sort of into all of them. It's cool. Daniel had to enhance his German accent.
It was a dream. No, it was... Yeah, normally I'm supposed to, adapt and speak in a different language. And so I could not believe when she was starting to talk in perfect German. And by day 2, I started to speak in German to Rosamund automatically, because I thought, well, she's a German actress, Rosamund. I was blown away, and it's so good because we talked about it yesterday. There was a different energy to the scenes in German. They worked better because we always shot 2 versions, and after each take we thought it was better in German.
Yeah, it was a privilege. It's a crazy thing to be asked to do as an English actress. It's one thing to play a German with a sort of accented English, but another thing to be asked to actually speak in the language. And it was like this sort of being a wonderful con artist or something.
Yeah.
I got to speak quite advanced German without being able to sort of basically find my way around Berlin, but I could, have a complex discussion about sort of politics. It's a very back to front way of learning a language.